Michael's Discount Furniture in Portland.
The 5 days of Toyota Thon are counting down with a great selection of our most popular models, like the adventurous RAV4, well-equipped Corolla, sporty new 2018 Camry, and more. And that means huge year-end savings for a very short time.
Right now, you can lease a new 2018 RAV4 Hybrid for $199 a month, or get $1,000 customer cash on RAV4 Hybrid during Toyota Thon.
It's a short sale.
Toyota, let's go places.
Everything looks amazing here, except for this.
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free. The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Join Planet Fitness for only $1 down. Then pay just $10 a month. But hurry, the $1 down sale ends Friday, December 29th.
Our time with the stars we loved in 2017. Max CT. Good morning to our viewers in the West. It's Friday, December 29th, 2017. Welcome to CBS This Morning. A fire burns through a New York City apartment building, killing at least a dozen people. We're at the scene of the city's deadliest fire in a quarter century.
The NYPD plans an unprecedented level of security in Times Square on New Year's Eve. See what other cities are doing, where celebrations are already postponed because of the cold. Plus, President Trump says the Russia investigation makes America look bad, but he believes Special Counsel Robert Mueller will be fair to him. We'll look at his impromptu golf club interview.
Yeah, you tell Mom. I was like, man, you shouldn't get so wrapped up in that politics. Like, man, that's white people shit. That's all just nothing you can really do about it, you know. Just one person, so.
I never agreed with many years. A deadly fire stuns New York City.
12 people have died. We're shocked by this loss.
Yeah.
Millions are boiling up to bring in the new year and cold-chilling temperatures that
Yeah.
affect much of the upper Great Plains and the Northeast. It's actually going to get worse from here. In a new interview, President Trump tells the New York Times he thinks Bob Mueller will be fair and that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Cities around the country.
Yeah, especially like national elections or state elections. Don't really matter. I mean, I could picture county elections, you know, like when it's that, because you know, like I think it affects you, like you notice the effects more, like maybe not out here so much, but then you might not want them to do certain things, or maybe you might want them to do certain things differently.
Hollywood is mourning the loss of beloved actress Rosemary. She was best known for her role as Sally Rogers on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
I don't know who would vote to raise taxes.
This video of the Martha Man gave his adorable nephew a banana for Christmas, which had been tweeted by Storm.
Everything, you know?
Yeah.
Make it go their way. When they're both
presented by Toyota. Let's go.
Yeah.
And welcome to CBS This Morning. I'm Deanna Goldriga with Dana Jacobson and Vladimir Dutier, our streaming network, CBSN. Nora O'Donnell and Gail King. We begin with that tragic story, the deadliest fire in New York City in 27 years. It ripped through a 5-story apartment building last night, 1 block west of the famous Bronx Zoo.
12 people were killed, including 4 children, and that number could rise.
Yeah.
The ages of those who died range from 1 to 63. The cause of the fire is unknown.
Survivors inside the building were forced out into the bitter cold with no warning.
What were the elections for again?
Scene of the fire in the Bronx.
Good morning. Police officials here at the scene tell us the investigation is active and ongoing.
Yeah.
Of the at least 12 people who were killed here, 5 were pronounced dead at the scene, which indicates the flames were dangerously fast-moving.
People trapped as long as we're getting a baby in there. Also, apartment 6, people trapped.
It took only 3 minutes for firefighters to respond Thursday night in the Bronx. Stand away. But for many trapped inside the burning 5-story, roughly 100-year-old building, it wasn't fast enough.
I'm very sorry to report 12 New Yorkers are dead, including one child as young as 1 year old. The search of the building continues, so we may lose others as well.
Officials say the victims killed range in age from 1 to 63 years old. About 170 members of the FDNY were on hand to battle the fire. At least 12 other people were rescued.
Fire started on the first floor, quickly spread upstairs into this
Pretty bad
building,
fire, huh?
5-story building with 25 apartments. People died on various floors of the apartment. Looking real bad.
Damn, worst fire in decades, huh?
Stunned neighbors and victims flooded out of the burning building. And
I always thought those fires were more common, like especially in New York. They probably have fires every day.
This evening, hold your families close and keep these families here in the Bronx in your prayers.
Reports say
Yeah, you know the New York, their
safety violations,
I don't know what you call them, the trains
on the first floor.
You know the sub trains or whatever. They run off of DC current, right? Electricity.
Yeah.
And average once per day, somebody gets shot to death just by touching the tracks. Because if you touch, there's 3 tracks, right? And if you touch the wrong 2 ones, it like kills you instantly, right? And yeah, like on average, 1 person dies from that every day in New York.
Good morning.
Lake Michigan behind me is beginning to freeze up, and Chicago officials are urging everyone to stay.
Which is kind of crazy if you think about it, right?
Off the roads, especially this evening when it's expected to be snowing.
I hate it. I hate it. You can see your breath in the car. It's crazy.
Across the Midwest and Northeast, millions are shivering.
It's very cold out. I don't like the cold weather.
And doing what they can to fight the deep freeze.
Top 1 thermal, 2 sweaters, I have a turtleneck, 2 pair of gloves.
Water fountains in Philadelphia and New York City are now mountains of ice. In New Hampshire, boiling water instantly froze due to a record temperature of negative 34 degrees. At Chicago's Midway Airport, it was too cold to fly. More than 80 flights were canceled, and nearly 250 were delayed.
It was like really hectic and a whole lot of people here.
Chicago emergency officials say the temperatures can be deadly.
Extreme weather is more than an inconvenience. It remains a serious and potentially life-threatening event.
Shelters are overflowing with people trying to escape the brutal cold.
You would pretty much die in the street. You'll freeze to death.
Ed Jacobs is executive director of the Franciscan Outreach Shelter. He says they're not turning anyone away.
This bitter cold weather is extremely dangerous. A lot of our guests have health issues already. We want to make sure they are inside where it's safe and warm.
Now, the deep freeze is expected to last well into next week. But hey, there are only 174 days before summer gets started.
We like the optimism, Dean. For all of us in studio, thanks for braving the cold, and please get a hat. We want you to wear a hat, not just the earmuffs. Dean Reynolds, thank you. Meteorologist Danielle Niles of our Boston station WBZ has the frigid forecast for us now. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning. It's been brutal. It's the same theme we've been talking about all week long here. Wind chills running 10 to 20 below zero here from Boston, stretching back into upstate New York and northern Maine. 10 to 20 below for much of the Great Lakes and Midwest as well. Feels like zero in New York City right now. All right, tomorrow, no big storms. There will be a quick moving disturbance, some enhanced lake effect snow again, and some slippery travel across the Northeast. Last day of 2017, look at these temperatures. This is without the wind factored in. We're talking about some record cold high temperatures for the next several days from the Midwest into the Northeast. 30s all the way back down to Dallas for high temperatures on Sunday. And the first day of the new year will feature single-digit readings from Billings to Minneapolis, 11 in Boston, teens in Philly as well. 30s all the way back down to Atlanta. At least the precipitation forecast is quiet. Staying on that positive note, Bianna, we'll at least take a lot of sunshine across the nation for the first day of 2018. Danielle, trying to find something positive, but there is nothing normal about the digital temperature on my watch.
Preparation is this: people will be safe. Several cities around the country are also stepping up their efforts. The Los Angeles Police Department says they will have an increased visible police presence. In Miami, random security checks will be in place at its outdoor